What is up, lovely researchers? It's Kevin. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to share with you 5 must-have skills for UX researchers. I'm making a separate video for what recruiters are looking for, so make sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon to be notified when that video drops next week. When I first started off in UX research, I took all kinds of classes, read all kinds of blogs, and when I went to look for UX research positions, entry level, I didn't know what skills I needed, and I didn't know what skills I didn't need, because there weren't many job postings back then. And more importantly, what skills did I have already? In other words, where was I? No knowledge? Am I ready to be a UX researcher? Where are my gaps? I didn't know yet. You know what? My channel is called 0 to UX, but I truly don't think anyone starts from 0. Unless you're a pedophile. Then maybe. So wherever you're coming from, I genuinely believe that you can learn the skills, master the craft, and become a badass UX leader. So without further ado, here are 5 must-have skills for UX research. Let's get it. The first is understanding people and psychology. The basis of all user experience is psychology. And while I believe all of us are natural born psychologists, I think it helps to actually understand some of those theories about how people think, feel, behave, process information. This is often overlooked by those boot camps who just teach you how to wireframe, prototyping, create personas. And I think what they're missing is the psychology piece. If you don't understand psychology, you don't understand UX. So how do you go about learning more? Obviously, there are courses that you can take online or in person. What I'm going to recommend is starting off by reading 100 Things Every Designer Needs to Know About People. It's a book by Susan Weinschenk, and she also has some principles on heuristics as well. It's a great book. Every page is like one fact about people and how you could help design for it. So it's really helpful, super easy read. I know it says 100 things for designers, but I think it's just 100 things people should know about people, at least if you're working in UX. If you're a fan of podcasts and you want to learn on the go, when you're riding on the bus or the train to work, my personal favorites are Hidden Brain by Shankar Vedantam by NPR and Note to Self by Manoush Zomorodi. These are podcasts about people and what drives our behavior. They're really good. Take a listen. Another idea is comment down below. What kind of things have you always wondered about people? I'm thinking of making some videos on psychology topics. Would you want to see that? Let me know down below. The second skill is listening and questioning. And I mean really listening. Why do we listen? To form a bond with the other person, to understand them. Whether it's listening to your users, listening to your stakeholders, your parents, your family, your kids, your significant other, you listen to understand who, what, and why. And in our UX world, we're listening so that we know who, what, and why we're designing. And this is a skill. It's because some people are so bad at it. People listen to start talking. That's not it. That's to be really listening. Your focus is on them. You engage, you're asking questions. Make it all about them. You gotta take yourself out of your own shoes and then put on a curiosity mindset. The third skill is synthesis. So after you conducted research, analyzed your data, you have to bring it all together. What does this mean? And then make recommendations to your client, just like a detective does. This is something you have to do regardless, but nonetheless a hard skill you have to develop, especially if you haven't dealt with quantitative or qualitative data before. Synthesis comes from being able to connect the dots, triangulate different sources of data to form a bigger picture so you can inform your design to best meet the needs of your users. When it comes to the data, I really see the UX researcher as a detective. So the fourth skill is storytelling. Now, I could have said presentation skills, and yes, you're gonna have to do a lot of presentation, but storytelling is important because people remember stories. And personally, I could do a little better at this. I'm still improving myself too. So let's go through an example. Instead of saying 5 users had difficulty with the voice feature, and I can assure you, no one will remember that. Instead, why don't you use an example? Say, Mary comes home from a long day at work. She's ready to cook dinner and she wants to set a timer for her food so she doesn't burn her house down. She remembers she has this voice feature. She gives it a try. But after 3 minutes of frustration, struggle, and yelling at the voice feature, it doesn't understand what I'm saying. It's not doing what I want it to do. She finally gives up and ends up using her usual method for a timer. And because of this terrible experience, she never uses the feature again. And for our product, that is not good. See, isn't that much more memorable than 5 users had difficulty with the voice feature? And to make a stronger case, add some quotes in, add some video clips if you got them for evidence. One really awesome resource that a friend told me about is a book by Duarte called Resonate. How to resonate with your audience and be a better storyteller in general. It's awesome. It has helped me improve a lot, but I've still got a lot more to learn. So check it out. I'll link that down below. Last, but definitely not least, influence. Have you ever presented research and nothing happened to it? I have. If you can't convince people to take action, it's like your research never existed. I see influence as something that you earn, and it takes time to build trust and authority. There are many convincing and persuasion techniques from Cialdini to Dale Carnegie. So I recommend this book to everyone. How to actually I got it right here. How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's a great book. I've read it twice, I think. This book isn't just for UX researchers. It should be on everyone's bookshelf. Written in the 1930s, I think the mantras stand the test of time, even today. So go out there and get yourself a copy. It's a great example of storytelling too. So those are the 5 must-have skills for UX researchers. Understanding psychology, listening, synthesis, storytelling, and influence. What do you think? Don't forget to comment down below what you've always wondered about psychology and people. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel for more content like this, and hit the bell icon because I post all things UX research related to help you become the most badass UX leader. Mad love. Peace!